The Calder Cup playoffs, a fresh start, a new season. Tonight, the Admirals trying to avoid something they haven't seen in a while, a loss on their home ice. And Sportswrap's Brian Parsons just got back from the game. And Brian, this one was close until the third.
Allie, last night the Admirals survived Game 1 against Manchester 3-2 despite being on the penalty kill for the final 4 minutes of the game. Would there be more drama tonight? To Scope we go. Another good playoff crowd at Scope. However, not much to cheer about in the first period after what many fans thought should have been a holding call on Manchester. The Monarchs strike first. Lyndon Vey passed Yaroslav Giannis 1-0. Manchester Admirals trailed 2-0 heading into the second. That's when the Admirals were energized. Mike Angelidis, the captain, gets in a stiff jab on Andrew Campbell. That got the crowd fired up. Still in the second, Evan Oberg feeds Alex Picard, and he nets his second goal of the playoffs. And Picard cuts the deficit to 1 goal. Picard not done. Still in the second. Another goal for the 26-year-old Quebecer. All tied at 2. Still streaking, right? At least this fan thinks so. He's streaking around the concourse. But like last night, the third period, not kind to Norfolk. Manchester scores 3 times in the final period. One of them, an empty netter. And for the first time since February 5th, Super Bowl Sunday, the Admirals taste defeat. Manchester wins 5-2. After 29 wins in a row, the Admirals best-of-5 series tied at 1 game apiece.
It's been a tale of 2 nights. One, the end of, I think, a streak that probably in our lifetime none of us will see again, and one of sheer disappointment because we lost the playoff game. But I'm going to tell you, for tonight, I'm going to absorb what we did for the last 2.5 months.
Yeah, of course. That's a huge accomplishment. We're all very proud of what we've done, and it's something that we'll always remember, you know, looking back on this year and whatnot. But you know, that gets overpassed once the playoffs are here. You know, we gotta make a run here and start winning some games.
That was John Cooper and Trevor Smith. The officiating was questionable to say the least tonight. When asked about it, Cooper paused and said the officials had an off night, the Admirals had an off night, but Manchester was on. 5-2 the final. Allie.
Thank you, Brian. Now the big question, how will the Admirals respond to a loss? It's been a while. The Ads go on the road. Now that the series is even at 1, which also means the series is definitely going to a Game 4. They'll play Wednesday in Manchester, Game 4 Friday, and then Game 5, if necessary, on Saturday.